Greetings all, I'm Pony Fan and welcome back. Good news, I didn't get sick, so you get another video. Real quick before we get into it, warning, this is a speed paint, there's a lot of flashing and movements. If that bothers you, please leave. While I was looking through my thumb drive for something I don't remember, I came across some old pictures I'd taken from my sketchbook of even older art I did when I was real little. Now, if you've watched my My Little Pony custom of my channel persona, which if you haven't, go check that video out, but for the sake of this video, let's say you have. You will remember when I was real little, I had a bunch of characters I created for My Little Ponies. One of them, among others, was Crystal, a changeling that my character would find out in the frozen landscape of her home. And yeah, I know, there's a whole episode of My Little Ponies where that exact thing happens, but I came up with the story years before that happened, so it's just a coincidence. Either that or they're spying on me and stealing my stories. Who knows? Anyway, back to Crystal. My character would take her in and bring her back to the palace, where she would become part of the main four characters. At some point, she and the rest of the characters would go on a quest where she finds a magic amulet thing to make her look more like a pony. Why I did this when she's a changeling, I have no idea. That's why the original art for her looks like a pony. So now that the backstory is done, I'll tell you about the art. I used a basic pose for her, nothing too dramatic. I did want to get this out in time, especially if I was getting sick. I wanted to be finished before, I got sick. I wanted to take inspiration from the original, but this time actually make her look like a changeling. So I went to the internet and pulled up some pictures and got some reference art. And a few pictures of crystals too, because her name is Crystal and she used to have a bunch of crystals for jewelry and stuff. But I never really been good at drawing crystals. I've only done it a handful of times, so instead they kind of turned into diamonds. Instead of shoes, I gave her like these wrist protectors, but she doesn't have wrists, so leg protectors. I think that's actually something they make for horses. I also tried to make the horn look like a crystal coming out of her head. It turned out really bad and I ditched it and went with a curved horn instead. I've seen that done a lot for Princess Luna and Princess Celestia, so it's not an original idea, but most of my ideas aren't original, so why change the recipe now? The crown also turned out looking a lot like Celestia's, especially with the diamond, but I swear that was an accident. I was trying to make it look like the original crystal crown from the old art. I kept all the original colors, except for now she has a turquoise green color for her wings and that weird body part of hers that also is that color. I don't know what that would be called. You can't really tell if you're looking at the old art because it's all dark, but her coat was purple with a pink mane and purple accessories. Of course, I did change the accessories to have a steel gray color. I didn't want to go with the gold because her crown already looks like Celestia's ripoff. And a very deep purple for her eyes. I'm not sure how I feel about it. They're really intense. There's not much else I can say about her. That's pretty much it without spoiling the rest of the characters. So I hope you enjoyed this video and give it a like and subscribe, and don't forget to leave a comment. And until next time, this is Pony Fan saying bye.